Hello, hello everybody. My name is Amanda Rahija. I'm a diamond leader with dōTERRA. We have been focusing on the Clifton strengths for the last little while in dōTERRA, and I'm going to talk to you about one of my top 5 strengths, the arranger. It's actually my number 5, and I feel like if you have this strength, I want to give you some information that you can kind of focus on and embrace to be able to take this strength to the next level and really see it as a true strength to help you reach those next levels and new goals and new ranks in dōTERRA. So if you're someone that has this strength, you can orchestrate people and resources for maximum effectiveness. You see patterns and perceive things and how things could go together or how things might be connected. This enables you to arrange items, people, places, facts, different things that dōTERRA throws at you that must come together for you to be successful in this business or to run events or classes or even one-on-ones. These are things that some people just don't see, but you just do it naturally. Sometimes in your head, you're thinking there's nothing special about what you're doing, that other people are just doing this, but they're not talking about it. It's just something that everyone does. However, you're just simply trying to figure out the best way to get things done, and this is the way, by using your strength, that you're getting it done to achieve your goals. But people that don't have arranger as their top strength are probably looking at you thinking, how the heck did you keep all of that in your head? Where did you even come up with that? How on earth do you stay so flexible when you have planned out something and all of a sudden something throws a wrench in it or something happens where you come up with a different idea and you are willing to throw it all away and try something new? And so I look at that and think, I can't imagine being any other way. That just happens for me. And that's the arranger in you. If that sounds like you, you are often a multitasker and you can do this really well. But I will caution, I know that multitasking seems like this amazing skill to have, and it is. But you need to make sure that you're able to prioritize the things that you're multitasking. And the one really good thing that comes along with arranger is that you're a shining example of effective flexibility. So when you've got all these things juggling, and this was at the top of the priority, and someone else throws something else at you, like presenting at an event, you're able to re-juggle things around to re-figure out the priorities to get done what needs to happen. You enjoy that you enjoy the challenge of the chaos in situations. And in dōTERRA, we often get thrown just different things that happen. And it could be amazing things, like dōTERRA throws a BOGO or limited time offers. You thrive on that and you can't wait to face that challenge. Also, when you're scheduling classes and if something gets canceled or you show up somewhere and it's completely different from what you thought it was going to be, you are able to, in your head, think of the combination of people and resources that you've got there to just make it happen. And that's the amazing flexibility of the arranger. When you're confronted with the unexpected, you don't sit in the back burners on the sideline. You are jumping right into that crazy confusion. You're coming up with new ideas with people, you're devising new options, looking at all kinds of different things. You're hunting for new paths and journeys just to take to solve this new problem or come up with this new solution. But the cool thing is that you're looking at it from a path of least resistance. So you're not looking to be competitive with people and to take it on and do it all yourself. You are trying to figure out new partnerships and being able to work with all kinds of different people. Because at the end of the day, as an arranger, you're aware that there might just be a better way than what you're currently doing. And you're okay with that. And you're okay with throwing in what someone else says, this is amazing, try this. The really cool thing is ultimately, after you've completed a task, what you do. And I think for most of us, this comes almost subconsciously. You go back and in your mind, you arrange and you rearrange everything you did to meet that goal or that task or that project. Whether you were super successful at it or not, you are going through all of the actions and all the steps that you took. The result of this is that you see an increase in the effectiveness and the efficiency the next time you're faced with something similar. Whether you're looking at the tasks in dōTERRA that you find is kind of repetitive and mundane, the things that we say to do, speak to 2 new people every day, follow up with 2 new contacts every day, talk to 2 new people about the business, or something way more complex that you're, wanting to go push for a new rank or wanting to launch a new program. You are always looking at a multitude of configurations and figuring out the perfect one for you. You take complete pride in this. You also recognize the strengths, the talents, and the knowledge in people around you. Whether it's on your team or cross-team, you are looking at that, and that awareness is going to help you either on your own team put the right people in the right spots, or when you're looking for assistance from Crossline, you're going to be putting the right people into the right spots for you to develop your plan and to work collectively together. You are an absolute genius at coordinating with people and events, and that's because of your Ranger talent. And we know that dōTERRA is an event-based business, and so if you can hone in on this skill and take advantage of all of these things, you are going to become exceptional at events, which means you're going to become exceptional at becoming a dōTERRA leader. When I first looked at the strengths, and I saw Ranger as my top 5, as my number 5, I thought, that's not really me. I am not someone that arranges things. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of your pants. Woo is number 2 for me. And I am a type of person that goes with the flow and a procrastinator. But then when I started reading and diving into it a little bit more, I realized that the things that I was just doing were part of this strength. I didn't realize that they were actually a strength. And so I look at it and think, how did this make me be the leader that I am today in dōTERRA? Well, part of it is arrangers are great leaders because they're always thinking about where is the best spot, the best position for everyone on the team to thrive. Not just your front line, not just your qualifying legs, everybody. You know where people will fit best for the whole team to work better. You're able to learn enough about people and learn about their strengths and understand about them to pair people together and understand their uniqueness to be able to see how things can work together. Then you position the people and their talents to move towards everyone's goals. So it's not just about you. When you have a Ranger as a strength, you're working towards other people's goals as well. The other thing that I use is I kind of treat this business like a puzzle. I don't even like puzzles. Maybe it should be more of a Rubik's Cube. Each piece kind of has its place, right? And so I'm looking at my detailed genealogy and my back office, whether it be my graphical tree, and I'm always looking for things to arrange or to tweak a little bit, or how can I help someone succeed a little bit more if I did this, if we looked at this, what if I did this with this person? And I'm always looking at those things. And it's up to me to study that ideal place for different people, or how I can have people thrive in the environment that they're in. So knowing their strengths is something that's been super key for me right from the beginning, even before Gallup came out, but knowing enough about people to understand what's going to work for them. And then, the good thing is, like a Rubik's Cube, I used to cheat on those. I used to peel off the sticker and stick it where I needed it to go. So as an arranger, you're kind of doing that. When things don't go as planned, you're able to peel off that sticker and go, so what? I'm going to take it off, even though I worked on it for hours, and I'm going to put it somewhere else. And that's going to help you sort through all that clutter and change it in that chaos into order. And so when your team comes to you with these crazy things or things that are going on that aren't sorting out, or when BOGOs come out and people just can't handle it, you're the one that organizes it all. You are able to look at all the angles and figure out the best possible plan, and then present that best possible plan to your team. And all that they have to do is go thank you for those people that's not their strength. And they're able to go, wow, that's how you thought through the power of 3. That's how you thought through rank. That's how you thought through, et cetera, et cetera. And so then I'm able to work with them because I now realize by doing this program that not everyone thinks the way that I do in terms of that. It's not common sense, some of the thought processes that I have in the arranger skills. So I spend more time explaining it and helping them to understand, what if you did this? What if you did that? Does that make more sense? And now my team is understanding it and starting to understand why I do that. The other part is that I have this sense, and I think a lot of people with Arranger do, is the drive to accomplish things. Now, achiever is my number one strength, but achiever is all about you achieving something. You're setting your own personal goals, you're setting your own personal achievements, whereas the Arranger, you're not looking at it personally, you're looking at it as collaborative productivity. And I find for me and my team, I'm always looking to who's ready to work, who's ready to take action, and I'm going to work with you right now to have you feel that sense of accomplishment, and then I feel the sense of accomplishment. Arrangers work best in dynamic environments, and when we look at dōTERRA, it's completely dynamic. And I used to think, well, I really don't want my qualifying legs to change. I really don't want some of those things to change. But the reality is they do. The other reality is the needs are always changing with the different people and the different clients that we're working with. And so because we're so adaptable and we're able to be so flexible, we can continue to work and just flow through that so easily. So it doesn't bother me when something changes in someone's life. I look at it and say, what can I help you with? And then I'm going to move on to the next person that's ready to do more. And when that person comes back and is ready, I'm back on them to love them and to work with them towards what they want to work on. I look at, for an achiever, one of the things that we talk about is building trust. And with trust and relationships, you're going to get results. And for me, that's been a key strategy in building this dōTERRA business, is that I know that my team can trust that when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it the best way I know how. Might not always be the right way, but the best way I know how, and I'm going to help them along the way to hit their goals. And so I am always speaking the truth in what I'm seeing. I'm doing it with compassion. I'm doing what's best for others, and I'm looking at it to help people develop and position them for success. And they then choose what journey they want to take. The last thing that I kind of look at that I feel is amazing about this Arranger's strength is that we give them hope. Because we're so optimistic, but we're so optimistic with different options, that we release people sometimes from commitments that they really aren't the best for them, that they maybe set themselves up for, or high expectations, and we're able to look at it and say, let's rearrange this. Let's change this to suit you better. Maybe teaching 101 classes isn't the best for you. What do you feel comfortable doing? Let's work with that instead of trying to fit you into a mold. And I think that's the biggest takeaway with this Arranger strength, is looking at it to see that we are outside of the box thinkers. And as long as we're able to communicate with our team that we're still working on things, because we're working so quickly in our brain and sometimes we're mulling through a bunch of things, our team can sometimes get a little bit lost or confused. So as long as they know that, and you're sharing with them what you're thinking, and that you're still working on plans that you said you were going to do with them, you can be super successful. So I wish you all the best of luck, and take advantage of this Arranger strength to help you and guide you to be the best that you can be in dōTERRA. Thanks, guys.